Hi everybody, welcome back into the Smith household. This is another, I'm sorry, Mark is telling me what to say right now. This is another installment of Cooking with the Smiths. I was getting there. He just had to make sure that I said it. And so he disrupted me. Men. Okay, so we had a request from a subscriber to do another Cooking with the Smiths episode. Thank you very, very much. And so here we are, and I'm going to do one of Mark's favorites, some lettuce wraps tonight. So I will show you, if Mark will come over, everything that we're going to use.
Where do you want to start?
Stuffs. Obviously, main attraction, chicken. You've got your onions, mushrooms, water chestnuts. I always get that wrong until I read it. We have garlic chili sauce. The recipe actually just calls for chili sauce, but I'm a garlic fan, so, you know, the more garlic, the better. And then again, garlic, rice vinegar, hot mustard, soy sauce, pure sesame oil. Don't use like the fake stuff because it doesn't turn out right if you use the fake stuff. Lemon juice, sugar. I know it looks like a lot. Don't freak out. It's a huge amount of sauce that you get. You don't use it all. Water, brown sugar, and of course your lettuce for the wraps. So those are the ingredients that will go into tonight's dinner.
What about these over here?
Well, these are actually already portioned out because I wanted to make it simpler.
Oh.
These are actually part of what's here. I just wanted to make it simpler.
So that's the hot mustard.
This is rice vinegar, hot mustard. This is soy sauce, brown sugar. This
lemon juice?
Actually, I was gonna tell everybody, honey, what those were as I cooked because they don't all go together. They go into separate pieces of the meal. You have to make your sauce that goes into cooking the chicken. Then you have to make your sauce that actually goes onto the lettuce wraps, and then you actually have to do all of your foodstuffs. So these things come later. So I have it set up, and they will come later. So what I need to do right now, though, is I'm going to cut up our chicken. Everything needs to be minced, and I will actually show you some of the mincing process. It's easiest to show you with the mushrooms. I have this handy dandy Pampered Chef cutter. You can get these probably.
It's a good for you.
You can probably get these from any chef store or anything. I just happen to be a Pampered Chef kind of girl, and so I've got all these little pinch bowls and measuring cups and all this stuff that I have as Pampered Chef just because I like them and they make it really convenient. So I'll show you how to use this. I use this because everything really needs to be minced up. But I'm going to go ahead and cut up the chicken and get that started, and then we will come back and I will show you the rest of the process.
It's a time to cut up the chicken. It's a good. We see you in a bit. It's a small problem for you. What's the small problem for you?
Mom forgot to boil the chicken.
What?
Yeah, Mom forgot to boil the chicken. When we paused the video, Mom made this whole thing. She literally said, "Okay, now let me go gut that." And then she looked in the pot and she said, I forgot to boil the chicken. What are we gonna do?
It happened. It's happened to you. It's okay.
So here's the thing. The main attraction, which is the chicken, when I was boiling Suki's eggs and like boiling her rice and getting all this pretty stuff prepared for you, I should have been boiling this chicken. Because your chicken actually needs to be cooked before you do this recipe. It's kind of part of the recipe is that the chicken is cooked.
It's a raw chicken.
It's raw chicken. It ain't like how...
This chicken is not cooked for us. It's not good.
I'm going to boil my chicken.
Are you feeling a little verklempt then? Why don't you give them a topic?
Oh my gosh, you guys, let Suki out. She's on our side of the earth.
Why don't you give them a topic? Give them a topic.
I'll give you a topic. I'm going to boil chicken and our dog is on the wrong side of the yard. So discuss amongst yourselves while I boil the chicken.
We'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye. All right.
Okay,
Welcome back.
now that the chicken is cooked,
Oh, look, it looks much better.
I know, it seems like instantaneous to you, but my poor family had to wait half an hour for this. So I went ahead and cut it up into little pieces, and I'm gonna let it cool a little bit more. And first I'm gonna show you how to actually make the special sauce. So, the special sauce for your lettuce wraps that you like pour onto your lettuce wraps when you're kind of like when you put it into the taco and then you pour the sauce on, this is what we're gonna make right now. So it includes 2 tablespoons of ketchup and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, which I've actually already mixed together just to make it a little easier. So
Kind of looks a little like barbecue sauce.
It looks like barbecue sauce. That's 2 of each. We also have 2 tablespoons of our rice vinegar, a tablespoon of our lemon juice, and it's supposed to be this little itty bitty little 1/8 of a teaspoon of sesame oil, but I really like sesame oil, so I do that and then I add some more. So it probably ends up being about 1/4 of a teaspoon that we get because I really like it. So that's what's in here, and then we've got our tablespoon of hot mustard. Also, you're going to need a 1/2 cup of water, and like I said, it seems like a lot of sugar, 1/4 cup of sugar to make the special sauce. You're going to need a teaspoon, although I like garlic, so it's going to end up being more, of garlic, minced garlic. I just get this little cute, already done thing. You can do your fresh one if you really want to, but that tastes just as good to me. And then a teaspoon of your hot sauce, which actually we like it to be spicy, so I'm adding more of that too. So, first thing you do is you're going to want to dissolve your sugar into your water. So we're going to do that really fast. And then from there, you just kind of start adding all of these ingredients that I mentioned together. And I really kind of should have done this before, but I wanted you guys to kind of see some of the ingredients at least instead of having the entire thing made. So I'm going to say this is good enough because we're going to keep mixing as we do the rest of it. So there's that. So that's the water and sugar. I'm going to go ahead and add our soy sauce and our ketchup mixture on into it. Remember, that's 2 tablespoons of each into that. I mix those up just because ketchup is thick, and so if you mix it beforehand with your soy sauce, it kind of blends in there a little bit easier. Here goes our rice vinegar, our lemon juice, and our sesame oil. And last, oh no, it's not last. I'm sorry, it's not even last. So next, I'll say next is our hot mustard. Kind of swish that around in there so I make sure I get everything up that I can. Okay, so far this is the water, the sugar, the ketchup, the soy sauce, the rice vinegar, the lemon juice, the hot mustard, and the sesame oil. Now we're going to add some garlic. Again, it says to do a teaspoon. I kind of really like garlic, so we're just going to put that much in there, right there. That looks, less than normal, but good enough for right now. Am I right, Mark?
Yes. It's a teaspoon, a heaping teaspoon.
We eat these things, people, and I'm sure the next day people are like, "Ooh, stay away from the Smith family," because they have been eating garlic. And then again, with our hot sauce, a teaspoon, but we actually like it really hot. And we're almost to the end of our little thing here, so what's this going to look like? It's going to, I don't know, like a tablespoon and a half, because we're to the end. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use it all, because, hey, it tastes good that way. We like the spice here in the Smith family, if y'all didn't already know that. So, what you're supposed to do, Tanner's talking to Daddy. What you're supposed to do is mix all this up, and it says to put it in the refrigerator and let it sit until the rest of your meal is done, but I personally really hate putting something cold onto my warm meal, so I don't put this in the refrigerator. I figure my ingredients have been sitting out here with me the whole time I'm cooking. There's nothing wrong with it sitting out here for another 20 minutes while I cook the rest, because I am not going to put something cold onto my warm food. Mark can tell you, I will stop an entire meal to put everything in the microwave because it's too cold. If it's not hot, it is not good enough for me. So what I did while the chicken was boiling was I went ahead and minced up our veggies here. So we've got our water chestnuts. I always say it wrong. Water chestnuts, our mushrooms, and our onions. And I kept a few mushrooms so that I could show you how easy this little contraption is and why y'all need it if you're going to do something like this. So you've got your mushrooms, and I kind of quarter them. You put it in here, and you just go bang, 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 bang. Ta-da! Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So now we have all of our minced veggies. My chicken takes a little bit more time, but not much. I go ahead and just dice it all up. And if it's boiled, most of you know that once you have boiled chicken, it's going to kind of fall apart on its own. So dicing it up just kind of helps that process. And then as I put it in the pan in a second, you'll see, oh, hang on, let me do this part. What you need to do is start preheating your wok or pan. We use a wok. So you start preheating this guy. You know, with a little bit of oil. You can zoom in and show them. It doesn't take much. That's really all you need. You just basically don't want everything to be sticking to your pan. So you're going to preheat that. It also kind of helps to cook these veggies, although my personal thought is all three of these things can be eaten raw, so as long as they're warm, good enough, yay. It does taste good if your onions are a little more cooked, but I'm good either way. Some people really need their vegetables to be cooked. Our son is a raw vegetarian, and so he has kind of taught us that nothing in the vegetable world actually needs to be cooked. We braise asparagus and things like that, and here he is to show me something.
I drew a picture of the lime being put in a coconut for
Oh! He put the lime in the coconut and drank it all up.
You put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up, and then
the lime in the... Josh,
and I actually put the lime in the coconut, drink it all up. You see, it's putting the lime in the coconut and then the coconut with the strawberry.
Nice. Good job, guys.
So we recently introduced our kids to, you know, back in the day when we were young, the Muppets were actually on. God bless Jim Henson. Okay, I'm also a Deadliest Catch fan, and so like the Hanson brothers are like top of my list. So really sorry, Jim Henson, but Hanson, same category for me. They're awesome. Anyway, we just kind of recently introduced them. They've seen the Muppets very often and all kinds of things, but we kind of started showing them some stuff on YouTube about the old ones that we used to like. This is how I should have opened this.
For to take a chicken and you bird and you bird and you bird up the chicken, and then take the heads to bird and you're going to make around the way, and then you're going to make the chicken and put it in the way to bird and bird the fur.
Maybe we should put some.
We're going to make it about a good chip.
Maybe we should put some ads on the video at the very end to take them to the
Muppets. We could totally tell them.
We're gonna put some ads at the end of the video, so then
they can see some of our favorites, right?
Okay.
Okay, what Tanner was trying to say is what we'll do is we'll go ahead and I hope that we don't get in trouble for this, but we will put some links to some of our very favorite Muppet cooking episodes. Like one of our favorites is, today we're going to make it a popcorn shrimp. And the chef makes the popcorn shrimp. And then there's like, today we're going to make it a chocolate mousse. And so he mixes up the chocolate, and then he goes, and now we have to pour it. And so now we have to call the mousse. Here, mousse. And so Then the mousse comes in and he pours the chocolate. And then Tanner was just saying the one about the pumpkins, carving the pumpkins, where the poor pumpkins are like shivering. Like, oh, the chef is gonna carve. We will put a link to some of those, or at least one of those, so that you can go ahead and find it. Okay, so our oil has burnt. We're gonna have to pause again, people. Tanner, get out of there!
All right, Joshua. So, you're helping us fan out. You're helping us fan out. We we had to go and get the fans, turn them on.
Welcome to Cooking with the Smiths. If you want to know how things usually go, I would say I'm a very good cook, but if anyone interrupts me, if I have to multitask and think about something else, welcome to my world. Don't cook the chicken. I burned the oil enough to clear the house out. I'm surprised that the cops didn't respond to our alarm that should have gone off because, jeez.
So,
Can you tell that it's all misty in here, people?
no, I think they're fine.
It's all gone now.
So,
It's not gone. I can see it.
so anyway, guys, I'm gonna pause
My
it.
dog is in the front yard right now.
We're gonna pause it and finish
My
clean.
dog is in the front yard.
We're gonna pause it and then we'll come back once everything's aired out and finish the finish the cooking.
I thought I said my dog was in the front yard. My dog.
We'll be back, guys. So, doors open, windows open, everything's aired out. My wife,
Everything is not aired out. There is still.
my
Do you know I'm gonna have to wash down like our cabinets now because grease, when it burns, gets on every surface in your house?
my wife, it's a sad, sad moment. At the end of the video, we're gonna have a memorandum. Is memorum? Memorum?
I don't know. My pan
For
died.
the pan. The
How long did it sit there? People, did you see it burning behind me? I know you couldn't have
Leave
told
in the
me.
comments if you see it, how long it took you to go crazy and see it, and how long it was actually sitting there.
because it had to have been burning for a while because it melted.
Guys, the porcelain is burnt. This is a porcelain coating right here. This was an awesome walk yesterday.
It melted
Yesterday.
the porcelain off.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Not even yesterday. Half an hour ago, this was an awesome walk.
So in
Porcelain coated, nothing stuck to it. I'm usually cooking this thing like a dream. I'm still gonna cook these mother stinking lettuce wraps that have caused me so much heartache this evening already.
and in lieu of the wok, we will be now switching it up and cooking in her deep pan. I do want to say this is the second time something like this has happened, but this is the first time she's done this in the house. The
Oh, no,
first
no, no,
time.
no. Bite me.
The
this. He made basically tear gas.
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Shut up. It's tearing. Basically, mine, yes, it smoked up the house. It smells nasty, and now I'm going to have to wash every surface of our house because, you know, grease gets everywhere when it burns like that. But he, the one behind the camera laughing, turn it around, Mark. Turn it around.
Hold
Show
this, I'll
yourself.
tell him.
Look at, yeah,
So
tell him.
here's what I.
Tear.
You know how you can you get dry chili for your pizzas and stuff like that. Well, we just started getting into habaneros.
Red chili peppers is what he's talking about, and habanero peppers.
Yes, and so we had just started eating habanero peppers. So I thought.
We're New Mexicans. We can eat anything, but that's not the point behind what he did.
So I thought, hey, I'm going to make my own dried out habanero peppers. And the only thing I could think of to flash dry these peppers was to put things in the microwave.
Because you know things need to be flash dried. They can't just be like traditionally dried or anything like that.
So I put the habanero peppers in our microwave, and I turn it on for a couple minutes, and we go about our stuff.
No,
Well, all
what
of a sudden,
happened
our
was
dog
we
starts
no. It was a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and we went to take a quick nap, and our dog jumped on the bed with us. And then Mr. Bean, what? How did Mr. Bean wake us up?
He starts going.
And it wasn't a couple minutes. He put those habaneros in there. He literally hit like 30 minutes. He's laughing, so I'm laughing. Like 30 minutes, people. He went beep 0 0 0 start. Hey, honey, let's go take a nap.
And so we're napping, and all of a sudden the dog laying on our bed starts going. He jumps off the bed and goes running through the house. And we, because dogs are more sensitive, we sit up and we're like, what is going on? We start running out in the hall to see what's going on, what's wrong with him. And we run into literally a wall of pepper gas.
He's not lying.
And we both are all, baby, what the hell? And our lungs start searing.
It's like the SWAT team came into our house and threw those tear gas bombs at us.
So we're running through the house. We open the doors.
We get
all
the
go
dog
running
out.
into the front yard.
Get the
But
no,
now-
it was the backyard. You don't even
No,
remember.
we ran into the front
No,
yard.
we ran into the backyard because we saw the microwave and the closest door was the back door.
That's true.
We
So
ran into the backyard.
We're outside, but the house needs to be aired out. So I run back into the house and
Because I was like, there is no way I'm going back in that house. This is all you.
so I have to go back into this pepper-filled house. Taking a deep breath, running in, going and undoing a window, a second window, running back in, running back
Basically,
out, running
Joshua,
back
yeah.
in until we had everything out. It took hours for the house to get aired out enough for us to be able to go back into it. And then it took days to get the habanero pepper residue off of the house and everything. And our dog
Guys-
would not go back inside.
Guys, seriously, it was like the SWAT team came in through in tear gas.
So
He made tear gas. He made tear gas in our house while we were sleeping.
So while this may be something that would put dinner on hold, mine drove us out of our house and made it so that we couldn't be in there for hours. So we're gonna go back now.
So basically what I want to say is I was distracted. I have holes in my brain. I cannot multitask. I start talking about the Swedish Chef and stuff, and I burn something. Actually, one of my very favorite pans, my wok.
So
Now I have to improvise and make this cool dinner that we wanted to show you on Cooking with the Smiths in a pan that's not going to work right.
And
But that's all fine and good.
So-
We'll get this dinner done.
here's what I have to say about this. Dad cannot cook.
dude, this wasn't me. But yes. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pause the video while we get the pan ready and get the chicken cooked up. We won't film the chicken cooking, but we'll film all the ingredients going into it so that you can see how we get this in, and then we'll show the end result so that you can see how we eat these lettuce wraps. So I'll be back in just a few.
Thank you for wanting another Cooking with the Smiths. This is the most chaotic cooking show you've ever subscribed to.
We'll be back.
I know my girl Lynn is going to love it. So,
We'll see you in a few.
are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the oil got hot and Mark was busy closing the window. So I took the heat, the pan. I'm verklempt. I can't talk. I moved it. Okay? I moved it. You guys need to see the process if you're gonna have to go back. And all the ingredients. that
We'll
we
post the recipe in the link below.
We made this beautiful sauce. We cut up the veggies. I explained what they were. I showed all the ingredients, and then everything got all messed up. So now we're back to where we should have been, like, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. in a
Chop,
different
chop,
pan.
chop.
In a different pan that I've never used for lettuce wraps before. Very good pan. It's an emerald pan. Love this pan. Use this pan all the time. Just not the one I wanted to use for this. However, once you have your chicken all nice and diced up, after it's been boiled, and after your house has been cleared of the toxic smoke from the oil, okay, you put your, go ahead and put your chicken in there, okay? About 3 tablespoons of oil.
We actually had to run out of the house.
We did. We ran out of the house. We actually ran out of the house. So you're gonna cook up your chicken for a little bit. You're cooking it. You're cooking. Your chicken is actually already cooked. You guys, I don't even know what to say about this episode. I'm already completely embarrassed, but my husband's gonna post it anyway, so I might as well finish it. You cook your chicken, all you need to do is warm it. See, this is at my wok, so my chicken is sticking to the bottom of the pan. Great, we're just gonna move on.
Like that.
We're gonna move on. Are you ready? Let's move on.
So,
All of our lovely veggies that we diced up to perfection with our beautiful little contraption, or if you actually want to do this by hand, feel free. I will never. I've done this by hand a couple times, and then I got that thing, and that thing is like heaven, because dicing things up this small, my brother's a chef. He can do it in like minutes, and then he looks at me like, what? Why is this so hard for you? And I'm like, because it's hard. So anyway, get yourself one of those little things. So you put all of these in, and what you're gonna wanna do is go ahead and saute all of this stuff up. Guys, it's simply not working the way it normally does, because this is not my wok and things are sticking to the bottom. It's gonna taste the same anyway, so that's fine. I'm gonna put this on low. God forbid it burns. I'm gonna leave it there for a second. Okay. Mark is pushing me on. I'm going to show you how to make the sauce that is going to go into that. Once that is all warm and the onions are sauteed, you need your sauce. You need your 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You mix this up really good. I don't have a fork. Let me get a fork. You mix this up really good. What you want is for the brown sugar to actually be diluted, absorbed. You want it to be liquid. The whole entire thing is going to be liquid. I'm really paranoid about leaving my dish by itself now, because I've messed up so many times already tonight. And look at it, I'm making a mess, because normally I have my wok and you can like stir this stuff and it doesn't get all over the place, but this is a pan and not a wok. So I'm stirring it to make sure that nothing actually gets over or undercooked in there. And I'm stirring this to make sure that it is completely done. I always look in the light to see if there's still some sugar that needs to be mixed into there. Because if you look into the light, you can actually see if there's granules. So once your sauté sauce is done, I don't know if that's what it's called, I call it sauté sauce. There's a great big onion to take out, because that doesn't work for lettuce wraps. Go ahead and pour that in there while your actual food stuff is cooking.
Mmm, smelling good.
It is smelling good.
It's smelling really good now.
Finally smelling. My loves, it is finally smelling good. We might actually eat tonight. I was I was worried that we were going to Taco Bell. For a minute.
For lettuce wraps at the Taco Bell.
Serious? I don't know. We are going to go to Panda Express or something. I don't know, because it's looking pretty good. I didn't actually cut this as good as I should have. You can see I've got some large pieces of onion. I take those out. If I don't cut it enough, I take out the big pieces, because you want it to be a nice little wrap. You don't want to like all of a sudden chomp on a huge piece of onion. So here's our mixture. that is what we have. That is actually, all drama aside, how you make lettuce wraps. First you wash all your stuff, you cut your stuff, you make sure that your lettuce is washed and spun so that your lettuce, you want it to be dry. So I do recommend getting a salad spinner. You make your sauce. They say put it in the refrigerator. I don't like to do that. Keep it out. Do all of your foodstuffs and add the special sauce. And we're going to pause and I'll put it all together and then Mark's going to take the first bite.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so everything is prepared. I'm going to show you. I'm laughing because this has just been the craziest cooking experience that we've had. I mean, it really hasn't been the craziest cooking experience, just the craziest one that, you know, potentially lots of people can see. So, I can't stop laughing about it because I feel like a dork. Alright, so, you got your lettuce here, okay? And you got your yummy concoction of stuffing. You know, it's almost like an Asian taco. They're very yummy. They're good. Okay. So you can go ahead and put some stuff in here, in your lettuce. Make sure that you stir up your sauce again before you pour it on because obviously it's settled a little bit. Pour some sauce on there, and I'm going to take the camera and Mark's going to take the first bite of a lettuce wrap.
Now, this is a little more sauce than I usually put on. She loves to put on the sauce. I kind of drizzle it on. It's all your personal preference. So it's going to be a little drippy. But here we go. The nice thing about it is the coolness of the lettuce with the warmth of the mixture. It actually complements each other very well, and it's crisp when you bite into it. It might be a little hot when I bite into it because it just came off the stove, but bear with me.
That's our school stuff behind Mark, in case you're wondering why it's so cluttery back there. That's, you know, aside from that towel, that's the boys' school stuff.
I like the water chestnuts in here because they actually, every time you bite, it's like a crispness to it. But the mixture, it's got a wonderful taste to it. The sauce that goes into it, and it's got that little bit of a spicy kick. And it is juicy, especially if you put a lot of sauce on it, so you're going to need a lot of napkins. But all drama aside, we hope you enjoyed this installment of Cooking with the Smiths. Leave comments down below. Let us know what you thought, what parts you pretty much LOL'd or LMAO'd on. Maybe it fell out of her chair once or twice.
I have holes in my brain. I'm sorry.
And she does. She's had some strokes. She has MS.
I have lesions. My brain looks like bad.
Cheese.
It looks
Not
like
really.
bad.
Anyway, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, and we will catch you next time.
And our next one won't be so chaotic, okay? I promise.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.